Like I said, I'm going to be trying something different with this one because I wanted to see if doing a news video this way would be something that would work a little bit better. But either way, I just want to point out, give props to NXT for a recent angle on NXT where Grayson Waller called back to when Bret Hart was speared by Goldberg on an episode of Nitro up in Canada in, I believe, 1999. And Goldberg did the spear. Both men went down. Goldberg stayed down and did not get up. And then it was revealed that Bret Hart had a metal plate under strapped to his chest, and it knocked Goldberg out. We saw the same thing happen on NXT last night with Grayson Waller doing that to Braun Breaker after calling out Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker just hopped in the ring, speared him same way that we saw it on WWE Nitro, WCW Nitro back in the day. So it was a nice callback to Nitro, and props to NXT, WWE, and also Grayson Waller and Braun Breaker for being able to pull off a nice callback. But I wanted to split up this news because I wanted to give it a spotlight to basically say that unless things change, I'm done talking about it. That being Mandy Rose, and an update on Mandy Rose. That is, that Mandy Rose basically, first an update on Toxic Attraction, that Jesse Jane and Gigi Dolan have been given some time on the main roster and been looked at on the main roster. And the folks on the main roster do like what they see and do see potential in Toxic Attraction as a tag team. But the time is not now for Gigi and Jesse Jane to make their debuts on the main roster. They will remain a tag team on NXT and are not. There is no, the tag team is still there. That's the main thing. That nothing is going to happen to them, and Toxic Attraction is going to remain a thing with or without Mandy Rose. Another bit of news is that Tommy Dreamer, on a recent edition, or the most recent edition of Busted Open Radio, said that he basically said that if AEW does not make an offer to Mandy Rose, that Impact Wrestling would love to have Mandy Rose, and basically taking advantage of the fact that Mandy is in the news and, one of the more talked about women in wrestling right now. So I think, if anything, it would be a huge get for Impact Wrestling, especially if they would make the decision to then put the title on Mandy Rose, if Mandy did make the decision to go to Impact Wrestling, just to fly under the radar and, just to fly under the radar and do something unexpected, because everybody would expect her to go to WWE, AEW, but nobody would expect her to go to Impact Wrestling. So that is something that I think, if she did do that, props to her for doing that instead. Because right now, Jordan Grace has been the champion for a little bit since the summertime. So even if they had Mandy go in and defeat Jordan Grace right at the outset, it would be something worth noting because there was nobody better. There would be nobody better to put the belt on for Impact Wrestling than the most talked about women's wrestler in wrestling right now, probably next to Sasha Banks, if there was anybody on par with Mandy Rose, as far as being the most talked about, one of the more talked about women in the wrestling business right now. But I just want to point out that we don't know everything, and we will not know everything that happened between Mandy Rose and WWE. To me, I'm just going to note this, that Mandy Rose, it was reported that there was a possibility that WWE tried to leak out the idea that Mandy Rose asked for her release a few weeks ago. And the fact of the matter is, that just lends to the idea of Mandy Rose, of WWE, like, it doesn't, it just adds more fuel to the speculation for the ignorant fans that want to point to something more or something this or something that. It's an amicable split from WWE for Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose is okay with it. Apparently Mandy Rose even upped her subscription price to $40 a month. So number one, if anybody is paying $40 a month for that subscription fee to Mandy Rose. Are you kidding me? Like, I, I'm not even going to talk about that because I have nothing. Like, no. Like, props to Mandy Rose for doing that, for being able to do that and make the type of money that she's making doing that. Props to her. Props to her for being able to do that. And I don't blame her for amicably splitting with WWE because you have to ask, you could take all your frustrations out on WWE that you want, but the fact of the matter is, did Mandy Rose want to stay? Or was Mandy Rose okay with not being in WWE anymore? Is Mandy Rose okay with just making the money that she's making from fan time and not making any WWE money anymore? Because if the report from the Wrestling Observer is accurate that Mandy Rose is making more on fan time than she did with WWE, then why would Mandy Rose be mad about being released from WWE? Yes, the circumstances of her release may have, may have uh, be looked at as unfair, maybe perceived in a certain way. But the fact of the matter is, if Mandy Rose is not angry about being released from WWE, is not pissed off about being released from WWE, and is more than happy to just be on fan time, because she went on record on her fan time page and said that she will not, that they're not going anywhere, that they're remaining on fan time right after soon after her release. So for you to think that she is pissed off about her WWE release or that WWE is pissed off with her, it just seems to me that it is more like if WWE needed to act and were not given a choice. Either they gave Mandy an ultimatum a few weeks ago and she did not did not believe it and took the chance because of the money she was making, which again, if she's making anywhere close to what I think, God bless her, and I would have done the exact same thing. But you have to think, is Mandy Rose pissed off? And if she isn't, why should you be? If she isn't, why should you be? It's that simple. So this is why I have no interest in talking about this anymore because I have my opinion on it and my opinion will not change on it. That if there's anything new to report about this situation, then I will let you guys know. But the reason why I let this be a spotlight is because I wanted to test run doing a video like this, similarly to how I do with baseball news, where I report it separately and and it's not based off of the length of a match, it's based off of the amount of news that I want to get to and talking, and just once it's done, and we stop. But the fact of the matter is, I have no interest in talking about this anymore because I have my opinion, and my opinion is not going to change. And it's as simple as that. I do wish I would have went a different way with at main event, but either way, I do kind of wish that it wasn't a pay-per-view that I was having this video with, but either way, that's my opinion on the Mandy Rose situation. Feel free to let me know yours down in the comment section below. And if you're enjoying content like this or news videos like in this way, as opposed to using WWE, as opposed to using WWE 2K, you can also let me know that down below. Also, if you want to know when a new video is posted on the channel, feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and ding dong that notification bell to always know when a new video is up on the channel. And I just want to say one more time, thank you for the recent support and the continued support of the channel as we wrap up 2022. And I will see you guys in the next one.